Back to life, back to reality. Welcome back from that international break, guys. We are back to action as Manchester United will be returning tomorrow, taking on Brentford. Can you imagine Brentford are 11th, United is 14th? Unacceptable. We should beat them and go ahead of them. Welcome to the United of Sport. My name is Webb. Here is a Manchester United comprehensive update. Better call your friends, frenemies, in-laws, and outlaws and tell them it is the United Hotspot they have got to subscribe to. Let me put this right so that you get to see all of me. All of me. I'll have a haircut tomorrow because Man United is playing. If we win, I'm having a haircut. If we win, if we don't win, guys, I won't get the energy to have a haircut. So we better win. In fact, not just win, obliterate Brentford. I mean, it was a 1-0 draw in the last fixture. We need to destroy them. But who is going to do that? Guys, good news happening. And for the first time, for the most part of this video, you won't be looking at my face, my bearded face. You will look at these nice, beautiful images shared by Manchester United showing you how Carrington was busy today. Players returned. Amad Diallo back in there. We saw Alejandro Garnacho back in there. We saw, of course, that's Mathis Delete running with the captain Bruno Fernandes. That's them. Then this is Lisandro Martinez. Every player is putting in the hard yards. No time to waste. That is Nosal Mazraoui as well returning. This is, of course, the goal poacher, Rasmus Højlund. You can look at just the body language. Of course, you see Rod Van Nistelrooy always smiling. You love his smile. The last game, we saw him seemingly disagreeing with Erik ten Hag. They sort of looked like they had an argument, but whatever that was, well, it better be a healthy argument that will yield results. These are the goalkeepers there and their coach. That is Onana and Baindale. I mean, you love to see it. You love to see it. There is a sort of, I think, joy and excitement within the players, which you love to see. Honestly, in all honesty, so it was a good day. It was a good day today at Carrington, I must say. Players seem to be happy, and that's what you want to see. So we had a pre-match press conference as always, and Erik ten Hag spoke about the different players and those who are expected to be in, and I think like I told you yesterday, of course, Kobe and Maguire are not there, but you can see Garnacho in there. The rest of the lads seem to be okay. Mazraoui returned; he will be in contention for a starting place in the game. So good stuff there. Marcus Rashford is there. You can see Joshua Zirkzee in there. So you feel like we've got some of our core players, available, and you love to see it. So it's a good thing. So those are that was the mood at Carrington today. But look, I listened to an interview before even I talk about Erik ten Hag and his pre-match, words reacting to all these negative British journalists who are trying to push an agenda of him being sacked, and somehow it didn't work out. I listened to Johnny Evans, and he seemed to, and as a senior player, he seems to come out there and give us confidence that it's probably not Erik ten Hag who is the problem at the club, considering how hard he works. And these are the things we've heard from Benny McCarthy, from everyone who has been coming out, at least from within, to talk about the club. And I don't think anyone has any disquiets about Erik ten Hag's work ethic. I think the thing is, it's just not working. It's just not clicking. And usually the easy person to go for is the manager. Now, Johnny Evans, in his seniority, seemed to suggest that you can't tell what it is because the professionalism, the character, the attitude of all the players during training, even on match days, he feels they show enough that they like it. They all show that they love it. Now, that is for me the point of disparity. Whereas I can agree that we may not entirely blame the whole lack of results on the manager, the whole, get me right. Whereas I agree, we may not entirely blame Erik ten Hag for the lack of results. It's a collective. Players have got a certain part to play in it. The Glazers have got to be blamed for the most part of it, for how deep they had sunk the club, and Ineos are now trying to fight and dig it up again. But for me, I honestly don't think Evans was entirely right in terms of body language. I watched a game recent, and I forget which team it was, where Marcus Rashford looked disinterested. Guys, if you recall, then the Tottenham game, I think it was, where guys were not running, they were not winning duels, they were not fighting for balls. They made it look so easy to play against Man United. The comfort with which Spurs beat us, never mind the red card, by the way, there seemed to be no effort from these players. So Evans, much as I love him and respect him, I feel like he was not quite honest to that when it came to that. You can really see, and the fans see it. He was trying uh, to claim that the fans see that they also want it so bad and they put in a fight. I don't think we say enough, really. They put in a fight, but not befitting of a Man United player. So for me, that's the thing that we need to see worked on. Of course, the mental part is there, but the fire in the players, the psyche, they need to psych themselves up. They don't really show enough that they really want it. Well, we are hoping that the situation the club is in right now will force them to feel shy and say, you know what, let's forget about whether we love the manager or not, whether we want to play for him or not. This is not about him. It's about us playing for our lives. Because I'll tell you, if United continues like this, something hitherto unseen in football is bound to happen. If it means bending the rules of the game when it comes to player contracts, if the FA and UEFA and whoever, FIFA, will bend the rules to help Man United get back up because it's good for the game. I'll tell you, they will overhaul the entire squad. Yes, it can happen because if that's what it needs to get rid of all these players who do not have the right mentality, United will do it because I'm telling you, we are in a sort of the last try. You know that time when you feel like this has to be it because what more should we do? Ineos has taken over the football at the club. Well, the best would be completely kicking out the Glazers, but it's not going to happen. We know that. So I think for me, we need to see more, and that's what I'm hoping to see against Brentford. Whichever players that are selected in that game should be able to come in there and fight. Before we even think about the result, we need to fight. We need to see this desire and the confidence. Players are blunt because they lack their confidence to score goals. But against Brentford at home at Old Trafford, why in the bloody world aren't you confident? So they need to be confident in their game. I spoke about loving the game and players playing like and looking like they enjoy their football. Evans spoke about the same thing. He said they are hoping they can return to the levels where they don't play under pressure, but they play to express a love for a game they love. And when you start playing and expressing that passion for the game, certainly things will come naturally. Scorers will be more composed and score the goals because that has been the harder part. We've scored 5 and conceded 8. So we have a goal difference of -3, meaning we've scored so little goals. 8 goals are not so many to concede, but we've scored so little. So it's it's a problem. So you think about all that and you're saying, these interviews might happen, but these guys better shut up and get to work. We better get guys shutting up and get to business, bring the results on the pitch. That's all we want. So Eric Ten Hag spoke in his press conference, and he spoke about quite a number of things, including his job situation and how he thinks media have been feeding people with all the wrong things and stuff. The sacking talk, he's not there, but this is not even really a concoction of the media. I think it's something that people see and most people want. In fact, I think more Man United supporters want Eric Ten Hag out than those who don't, if we're being honest about this. More perhaps right now want him out than those who don't. So you cannot really, go on, blaming and attacking the media. Of course, the media have tried to push agendas that perhaps were not there, but they have also gotten certain things spot on. Like when it came to the Thomas Tuchel talks that were eventually considered and admitted even by Eric Ten Hag himself, that they confirmed to him that they spoke to him. I think he might want to forget about, attacking the media for what they have said or not. I think with no British media, he must have known when he was taking the job that a club like Man United, the media will be in your face every day, scrutinizing everything. Even when you breathe wrong, they will be there to talk about it and make a story out of it. So instead of attacking the media, he should be perhaps attacking some of these players who are not doing enough, players who are not playing for the badge, players who are not showing personality and character, but also look within himself, reflect on himself, and be honest and say, do I pass on enough passion to fire these players up and psych them up to put on a fight? Because that is part of your job as a manager. What things can I learn from the people who are ahead of me. I'm talking, of course, I won't mention the other 13 clubs or the 13 clubs above United. I will mention 3 of them in Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool. Or even add a 4th in Chelsea, because you see the passion from Enzo Maresca clear on the touchline. This is what, for me, is hugely lacking in Erik ten Hag. And these are the things he should be trying to reflect on as a manager, as he tries to get better. Because he might be the Man United boss, but he's not really there yet. There's quite a few areas that he can really improve on. So that's my honest take in terms of the squad and players and personnel and who I think should be starting or not. I think I saw Licha there putting on that fighting face. You love to see it. Certainly, Licha and perhaps Johnny Evans could start in central defense. Of course, Johnny Evans is not really there, but was the man of the match in our last game. But he might not be 100% to play several games back to back. But I think he has rested fairly enough. So I'm hoping Evans can start with Licha. Then we see, because I don't want to contradict myself, because I've been hoping for Licha playing in the middle or on the left, excuse me, but it's not going to happen with Erik ten Hag. It will never happen. It will never happen. Good enough. We see Tyrell Malaysia training with his teammates now. His progress is very, very impressive. He's training with his colleagues. His smile is back on. He's looking like he's beginning to enjoy his football again. So him and Luke Shaw are on their way back. So we perhaps can wait and gamble with Diogo Dalot on the left, and perhaps still have Nusal Mazraoui play on the right if he's 100%, because he did train and is available for selection. Erik ten Hag confirmed that. And so still have, that would mean we still have Lisandro Martinez playing in the middle, and rather in the central defense, together with either playing with Evans or Delete. Now what's this? I wonder what I've done, but I'll fix it as I talk. Then in the middle we have Casemiro, certainly, perhaps playing with the Den Christian Eriksen. That's too much experience there. We need it. I don't know the last time those two played together. I can struggle to recall that. Then Bruno, of course, so much experience in that midfield, should be able to destroy a small team like Brentford. But I think in the eyes of Man United lately, there are no more small teams, really, are they? So, Andre Onana, Player of the Month, the Man United Player of the Month. There you go. Also, I think won the Save of the Month, is it? Won the most clean sheets. So he's really, up for it. He's in his element, I should say. But don't you forget, he just returned from Uganda. And whenever Onana returns from Uganda, is a whole different problem, I must say. So enjoy Andre Onana in between the sticks. Trust you me, he's going to be a better goalkeeper in the coming games. Let me leave it at this, fam. My name is Webb. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me catch you later. Tomorrow, we'll talk more about the game in the morning before it happens. Let me just not prolong this video, guys. Let me catch you later. Drop down in your comment. I've seen you guys watching from several places, from Saudi. I see guys from Malawi. I see guys from Zimbabwe, guys from Rwanda, guys from Uganda, my homeland, my motherland. All of you guys, brilliant stuff, beautiful, brilliant stuff you're doing. Let's keep loving on Manchester United. And let me catch you later, fam. Peace, love, and harmony. Cheers.